I really wish that more people would engage in the process and have the learning experience. It is an incredible learning experience, not just about the ins and outs of policy and the Capitol, but what you learn about your district back home is more than you ever knew until you start knocking on all the doors and walking from town to town. And if you don't wear out at least 2 pairs of tennis shoes every campaign, you're not doing it right. I spent 8 years writing an MA reform plan that finally became law during the last budget. And it allows for consumer-driven health care. When I wrote it and put forth the possibility of getting it in place, I called it My Care. I want to be in charge of my health care money. I want to make my decisions about the program. There will be self-directed long-term care services. This should be called Family Care and IRIS 2.0. I spent 8 years building self-directed services. I fought with some members hard to make sure that we had this in play. I'm not letting up. And you know, you make the best decisions when you let people help you. If the government does it to you, it's usually wrong. Last night again, on the floor, we proposed amendments to the smoking ban that we honestly believe, and I think members on both sides of the aisle believe that there were amendments there that were legitimately presented. They would have helped make the bill a better bill, but yet you can't amend it because it's unamendable. The Senate's already passed the bill. They've gone home. Therefore, we can't change it. That's not good government. I'm going home feeling pretty irrelevant. And if you're going to go out and hold little victory parties tonight, rethink it, because the victory is in the hand of the Senate. They did the work. They did the governance. When will this House become relevant in governing the state? It's in your hands. The time is better come soon to figure out who we are and what we are, and that we are actually going to govern. Every dollar that the state spends has someone connected to it at the end of it. And so it is being able to take that vote to lower the spending or to change the program and to go back home and look that constituent in the eye and honestly tell them, I did the best I could for you with what we had. If we have to go back to zero again to say we can't continue to afford this rapid growth in taxation, then I'm willing to do that, because Esther died last month, and one of the last things she talked about was how angry she was over having to lose her home because her taxes were almost the exact same as her income. You have to find a workable solution. And when that becomes viewed as failure, if finding a workable solution is considered failure, the outlook around here isn't very good. I think successful people have the same common characteristics, whether they be male or female. The whole trick, whether you be male or female, is learning to earn your way around the chessboard. No matter where you are, relationships are usually the number one important thing. And being able to disagree, but to still maintain civility and friendships is becoming more of a lost art. I believe that there are members on both sides of the aisle who have been able to accomplish things they wouldn't have had otherwise by virtue of the fact that you speak differently to someone you know personally than to those that you don't. Leave the campaign at home and come back in, and you will be amazed at what you can get done.